the induction of the Rafale into the Indian Air Force. Where did it start from? 2012 MRCA, multi-role combat aircraft deal, which included as contenders a lot of other weapon systems, starting from the Gripen to the F-18, the F-16, and as they call the F-21 now, as well as the Rafale. Rafale is a potent weapon system, there is no questions asked. It has a lot of capability, unquestionable. But 2012 till date, we have seen a lot of water that has flown under the bridge. The important thing to understand is to have a weapon system is one thing, to make it operational is another. Where we stand today, Rafale, as the second batch that landed a couple of days back into India, will take its due time to get integrated into the Indian Air Force war plans or exercises or programs. If we relate this to another methodology, the aircraft or the jet fighter that goes into any military or the force will take at least a couple of years to get established. The Indian Air Force has a school TAC D at Gwalior. It is exactly what the Top Gun school at Miramar, United States Navy, or the CCS Combat Commander School in Pakistan at Sargodha. They will take the weapon system, the aircraft, the Rafale, start to integrate, understand its employment, understand its pros and cons both. What is it good at? Is it good at higher altitude, medium, lower altitude? Is it good at ECM, ECCM, reconnaissance role? What can it do in reality? So it will take its due time. The eastern side, our friends on the eastern border, they are harping or they're making a lot of noise of this aircraft coming in. The recent statement by the Indian establishment as well, which goes that we are ready for a two-side or a two-pronged war with China and Pakistan both, now that the Rafale is here, is a very, very long shot. They will take this in a stretch of at least a couple of years. How are we retaliating to this potential threat? The Pakistan Air Force is once again battle hardened. We've been there, done that. We've shown that on 27th Feb 2019 as well. The lessons learned by India needs to make them understand that there is a lot more to it than meets the eye. If you are numerically superior, it does not mean that you will win every battle and you will win every war. It's a matter of utilizing your resources in the most efficient manner. That is what will dictate victory. For us, coming back, Pakistan Air Force, the JF-17 program is a continuous evolution program. The block 1, 2 and 3 which is coming now will be having avionics as well as integrated weapons, which will at the least over distance the weapon capability of the Rafale in the air-to-air category. Very specific. Let's take their best capability on the Rafale with the air-to-air combat is infamous Meteor. It is, yes, a very potent weapon, no questions asked. But what comes with the JF-17 Block 3, or what we say a probable J-10 acquisition, or J-10C, is the PL-15. The ranges, very specific, two major differences: 150 kilometers for the Meteor. On the other side is the PL-15, which relates to 300 kilometers, about double the distance. The importance of the PL-15 is to the degree that the United States generals have also shown their reservation against this specific BVR weapon. from where we stand today, the future is going to be dictated by the longer weapon. PL-15 has a longer range, and as an aviation enthusiast, for you and for everyone else, important to understand the range of a BVR is dictated by both the target and the launch aircraft. It depends on their airspeed, it depends on their Mach number, it depends on the altitude at which they're operating both the aircrafts. So this is a random ballpark figure that we're talking of. So 300 kilometers versus 150, no comparison. It's only a matter of time. There may be a possibility that we have J-10Cs flying in the airspace of Pakistan under the insignia of the Pakistan Air Force in the near future. Block 3 is already on the cards. As I mentioned, the timeline, at least a year to a couple of years for the Rafale to get completely integrated into the war plans, will be enough time for Pakistan Air Force as a armed force, as well as the state of Pakistan, to retaliate in a very formidable way against the meteor with the PL-15.